Good morning. What is the future of Atascadero? We're going to find out that and more live from the Hub Studios in Atascadero. This is a Clarion Voice. Good morning. This is Mark Sobowitz. We hope that you're enjoying your Tuesday morning so far. It's June 20th on a beautiful day outside. And today we are very pleased to have with us today Deputy City Manager Terrie Banish and Mayor Heather Moreno as our guests. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. And First of all, I want to find out, since we mentioned about the future, we wanted to find out a little bit more about the downtown revitalization project, which is one of the bigger things that's going on, I believe, in Atascadero. Ladies, whichever one of you want to comment on that.
Yeah, it's an exciting project that's been in the works for quite some time. When you look at our downtown, it has traditionally, from a traffic standpoint, been a place where people drive through rather than coming to. And what we're trying to do with this project is to change that and really create this sense of place in our downtown. Number one, safety is a concern. People tend to drive very quickly through our downtown. And so we want to keep people safe. We also want to add parking. This project will be adding about 140 parking spaces. But even more so, it is creating more of that sense of place, a walkability, and our businesses are really excited to have this project come to town.
Okay. Now, what is the area that's involved here? I mean, does it start at Entrada, and how far does it go as far as the project is concerned?
So it's along El Camino Real, and it starts from Morro Road up to Rosario, where the police station is.
Okay.
And it is basically, you've got two lanes currently, and we're going to slow things down by going down to one lane each way, adding parking in the middle. You'll have pendant lighting, landscaping, and again, just kind of creating that sense of place. And when you slow people down, it creates that safe environment. It creates that walkability where people are more apt to go from, if you notice, we have much more commercial on the other side of El Camino now, that freeway side. If people want to go downtown, they need to feel safe, going from one side of El Camino to the other. Right
Mhm.
now, that's a little bit challenging for folks because the traffic does go so quickly. So slowing that down, creating that sense of place is really important.
Okay. And what is the time frame here as far as beginning the project, and what do you project as far as how long it will take?
We will be ready to kind of break ground next year, probably early to mid next year. It's fully funded, and so that is
Okay.
really exciting. And in terms of construction, I'd say probably that's a that's a good question.
That's a great question.
One we should have
Well,
a
yes.
solid answer for
Yeah.
from our engineers. But it's something that we're going to need to do in phases because, of course, you're going to have some impact on businesses. And so we need to minimize that as much as possible so that businesses can stay open, that their customers can easily get to them. So it's something that we want to have done as quickly as possible and really work with our community to make sure that businesses have a minimal impact and can stay open.
Okay. What kind of businesses are we talking about as far as in the downtown area? Once this is getting going, are you trying to bring in certain kind of businesses, or is it just open to a business that would put in a bid or something like that? I don't know.
Right. So in our downtown, we've really filled up over the last couple of years. If you've noticed, the largest project that's come to town in a very long time was the La Plaza project, and so that's across from Sunken Gardens.
Right.
And when I spoke with Mike Zappis, he and his family, they're the developers, and it's really a legacy project for that family. He said to me, You know what? Many years ago, when I saw the Tamale Festival in the downtown, which is Terry's brainchild, he said, I saw thousands of people downtown and I saw the possibility. And here we are years later with this beautiful building, this beautiful project that has is mixed use. So you have residential up top, you have commercial downstairs, and that has really helped to fill out our downtown. So as we look for more businesses, it really is those visitor serving businesses. So whether it's restaurant, it's retail, there might be something like, say, the chop shop, right, where you have an activity that
Mhm.
you can be doing. So those are the kind of businesses versus the offices that those need to be more on the outskirts of downtown or in the business corridor rather than right in the downtown.
So, the original reason for this, I mean, was there something involving businesses that needed to be upgraded, to allow for this revitalization? Or
I like that question because it really is threefold. When I talk about safety, that's not a throwaway line. We've had more vehicle on pedestrian accidents in that area in recent years,
Mm,
and that that will only increase as traffic continues to increase. So we need to slow that down. We also need more parking downtown. In Atascadero, for years, you've typically been used to like parking right in front of the store you want to go to. Well, now you might have to park a street over or two streets over, which is exactly what we want. But as we're continuing to grow, we do need more parking. And so that was a second thing. And then third of all is again creating that walkable, comfortable environment. Because right now you can just kind of drive through downtown and almost miss it. You don't
mhm.
quite know. If you don't know downtown Atascadero, you really don't know you're driving through downtown. With this revitalization, you will know that, and it will create that space that's exciting, where businesses want to be and where people want to come to.
Now, how do the existing businesses that are there now feel about the revitalization project?
Yeah, when this was on our council agenda back in 2020, when this came to us, we had an overwhelming number of businesses that wrote letters in support that want this. I think there was maybe one that did not. And actually, that business is changing hands. So, every other business owner that we've talked to that we heard from is very excited about this because they know that when this comes into place, you're going to bring more people downtown and therefore more customers.
Okay. Okay. So then, beyond the revitalization project, what other plans does the city plan to, incorporate to build up a Tascadero? I mean, is there any other projects, any other things that are going to be on the board to help that out as far as the city is concerned?
Well, we always have projects in the works, and those, of course, are based on the free market and developers that decide that they want to do something. And it's our job at the city to make it look attractive and to help facilitate and make that a smooth process. And so, our last commercial node that is really available in Tascadero for any significant amount of development is the El Camino del Rio intersection. And we have some exciting things that are coming there on the north east corner is the Del Rio Marketplace, and Valley Fresh is going to be coming in, I believe, next year
Yes.
is
Okay.
when they're coming. So, and a lot that's coming with that. And I know Terry has some even more details on tenants throughout town and businesses that are locating here.
Okay.
Yeah. So Valley Fresh Market will be coming into Del Rio to spin off on that. UCLA Medical just signed a lease. I guess this is fresh off the press type of thing for the Del Rio Marketplace area. So they will have some office leasing abilities over there. And then we have the new Taco Bell that's on that corner right near Home to Suites, Hilton, which is over on Del Rio and El Camino Real. And then coming back to downtown, we have a lot of new stores and shops coming in. We have our Atascadero Pottery, which is a brand new location next to Fa for You and on Entrada. We have all of La Plaza, which, we have our Metza clothing, we have Ernest Grace, we have the A-Town Chop Shop, which is super fun. They've opened that up where all the windows are wide open and you can come in and do axe throwing and, just enjoy
Mhm.
that environment. It's a very much a family environment. So it's really brought a lot there. Cielo Restaurante, the Italian restaurant, is now open for lunch and doing both lunch and dinner. And then we have the brand new Barley and Boar kitchenette brew house that's over on Entrada. So lots of good things to come check out. And we also have A&W Root Beer will become Chipotle. And KFC, we have Sonic is coming into the KFC location. So lots of different things going on throughout town. And like Mayor Moreno had mentioned, there's so much happening. We have so many different, every spot is filled or has a waiting list of people that want to get into that.
Oh, very good. Very
So
good.
just LaDonna's has 14 different people that are interested in it. And so it's just a matter of when and what and how that works. Carlton Hotel has a new owner. So we're super excited about a lot of the things that are happening in our city.
Yeah, I've lived here long enough to see the area in the downtown area and how it's developed, and what it was and what it's going to be. And I'm now that I hear about all this, it's very exciting to hear about what's going to be going in, because I imagine that the business per se has, because I'm referring back to the Galaxy Theater area where they had all those businesses. Is there something going on with that area itself, by the way? Because I believe the Galaxy Theater changed owners, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
Colony Cinema. So they're, up and going, and you have K Pasa and Slodoco and other businesses within there. You have a couple of vacant parcels that are owned by other individuals. And so our community development department is working with those owners to see what are they interested in doing, what does their budget and time frame look like, and how can we, if at all, help facilitate development in Colony Square.
Okay, very good. Now, if I'm not mistaken, while I was driving here, I saw the sign for the Wine Fest next. I guess it was a week from this past Sunday, the 24th, correct?
24th. So this coming Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay,
Yes.
very good. Beyond the Wine Fest, what do we have in store for the summer? And
Well, we have a lot of things in store for the summer. It's hard to believe, but summer is upon. Well, it's here.
Right.
We just started our first concert series this past Saturday in the Park Summer Concert Series out at Atascadero Lake Park, and we had the JD Project open, and then we have a whole lineup. So I'll show the lineup real quick since we're
Okay.
talking concerts.
Okay.
And we have every Saturday basically during summer through August 26th, we have a concert. The only two are this coming weekend, where we have the Atascadero Lakeside Wine Festival, and then our cruising weekend, which is the weekend of August 18th and 19th. Otherwise, every Saturday through the 26th, you can see here, the next one is Club Deviate. Club Deviate's a great 80s band. So if you like to dance to the 80s, come out to Atascadero Lake Park.
Yes, please.
All right.
Super, super fun, free to the public. Bring your low back chair, your blanket, whatever. Make a day of it. The zoo is out there, Charles Paddock Zoo, and lots of new animals to come check out at the zoo. You have the pavilion on the lake. You have the Mr. Putter's boathouse is out there with the paddle boats and the paddle boards if you want, and Surrey bikes to rent. So lots to do. But here you can see all the different things that we have. And we have great sponsors as well. And Community Energy is our series sponsor. So we always like to give them a little plug for that. But we also have July 15th, another Saturday where we don't do a concert because we have Ice Cream Zufari. So Ice Cream Zufari is at the Charles Paddock Zoo, and it's $15 for adults, and I believe $11 for children, 3 to 11 or something. I'll get something wrong here with pricing, so don't quote me. But it's right about there. So visit atascadero.com. You have all the different things happening. And one of the reasons with all of our events and things that we do is really to get our residents out of their homes and really get them downtown, get them out to see what's happening, both in the downtown as well as the Atascadero Lake Park. And part of that whole revitalization project is all about, you have to have a very successful downtown. And we really focus on the downtown and bringing people down there. So from Tamale Festival to Cruising Weekend, which is cruise night. And then we have Mid-State Cruisers has their car show out at Atascadero Lake Park. And then also back, downtown, we have Dancing in the Streets on that Saturday night. Just really bringing in, more folks to come see and experience, but mainly our residents and our county residents as well to come visit Atascadero and just really see all the things happening. It's a lot of fun, and want to get you out and about and check out all the stores and restaurants and things.
Well, good. That sounds very exciting. I just have one question out of curiosity. As mayor, what is the biggest challenge that you have in your position?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is that you want things to move more quickly. That's always it. And I think
Understood.
that's what everybody wants, is they want things to move more quickly. But there's a reason that things don't move quickly in government. And it's because unlike a company that, has their board of directors, or, maybe they're smaller and even more agile than having a full-fledged board, when you're in a city doing something, you have the input of 30,000 residents. And you want that input. When we make decisions if we just make decisions with, 5 of us, let's say, those aren't going to be the best decisions. The best decisions are going to come when everybody is, providing input, when we have everybody collaborating and really pulling together. So that takes time because we
Mhm,
have this public process.
mhm.
So I'm grateful for that public process. And on the other hand, I get impatient because it does slow things down.
I
But
understand.
it's for a good reason.
Well, good, good. That sounds, pretty positive. I mean, it's just a matter of adjusting to the dynamics of what you have to deal with on a daily basis. So I understand that. Is there anything else that you want to add to what we've been talking about as far as things happening for the future, or anything like
We
that?
always want to add. So there's we could sit here a lot longer. I think the biggest thing is really directing everybody's attention to visit atascadero.com. Check out all the things to do in the city. It's not just about events, it's also all the things that we have. We have our Charles Paddock Zoo that we mentioned, and we have the Atascadero Lake Park. We have tons of hiking with Three Bridges Trail. I'm messing that up too, but Oaks Preserve, that's what I wanted. We have the Jim Green Trail. We have just a lot to do in our city, horseback riding, all the things. So definitely go on to our website because it does show all the different things that are happening.
Okay, very good.
I would also say we are in the middle of our general plan update. And the
Ah,
general plan is when you're looking at, who do we want to be when we grow up? Who do we want to be as a city over the next 20 years? So through 2045. And we are about, I'd say, probably midpoint in that process. And so if you want to be, kept up to date on that, go to atascadero.org and make sure you, kind of click and find where to stay updated about the general plan, because this is where we all provide that input for how do we want to live life together in the next
okay,
decades to come.
very good. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate all the information, and we certainly hope that you will visit atascadero.com and go to that website and see what's happening for the future. And also, as Mayor Moreno just mentioned, if you want to find out about the future of Atascadero, just go to atascadero.org, and you'll find out what the general plan is. And we certainly hope that you'll take the time to do that. And the reason that we're doing this today is because we're here in Atascadero. We've been doing it this is our third year this month, and we're very grateful for the opportunity to do that and bring information to people as we are able to. And so we hope that you'll enjoy the rest of your day. We want to thank Mayor Moreno and also Deputy City Manager Terrie Banish for being with us. And this is Mark Sobowitz for A Clarion Voice.
Wasn't hard.
Not at all.